Good afternoon. Minister of State Gomez, friends from South Eleuthera. I especially welcome our friends from Central Eleuthera who drove through the rain to be here, and the faculty and staff, everybody that's made this day really special. I'm really proud of the 49 survivors. You guys have been through a lot together. The teamwork that went into these presentations is just part of that journey, as you know, as you smile and look at each other. So congratulations, you guys. Let's give these guys another clap. So before I introduce our keynote speaker, I would like to speak briefly to this facility, this building that has just opened and has hosted kayak banquets and conferences and sharing. In the short 3 months that it's been officially open to our use, it's really proven to be a fantastic facility. And it's more than just a building, right? It's meant to inspire. And I do like to quote Churchill, who, when he was rebuilding Parliament after the war, he said that first we shape the buildings and then they shape us. And this building truly is that kind of building. Right now with the sun, we are producing more power than we're using in this facility. And with the rain today, we have full cisterns of over 50,000 gallons, and this building is a net exporter of water and energy. That's a fantastic statement. It's right now being put forward at an award, an international award for living buildings, which goes way beyond anything on the LEEDS program that is underway in the States. So it's really exciting to be in the space right now and think about what kind of message this building itself is sending out to the world. So I knew it was going to come up, and I thank Katie for talking about, I think, the most powerful message today, which is what your work can do for this place. You guys have been asking this question, how can we live well in this place? And I know you'll ask that question wherever you go in your lives. And, you know, to have the Minister of State here is really the example of how your work can move forward. So I'm honored to introduce Mr. Gomez. It's exciting for me to think that his cousin, John Gomez, actually designed the Island School campus. He was, you know, kind of in the evening architect and did some design work. He also ran Bahamas Electricity Corp here. And so Mr. Gomez has his roots in Eleuthera through his family, and the fact that his cousin got us started here is really exciting. But when you look at his career, he's worked and lived and studied around the Caribbean and even in Europe. He's recognized throughout this nation as a lawyer who stands for truth, and I think that's really why he was recently elected to represent Central and South Eleuthera. And more than that, I've mentioned his title. He also serves the nation on the cabinet now as the Minister of State for Legal Affairs. So when you think about policy change, he's going to be sitting at a relatively small table with the Prime Minister, helping to make this place better. And I know that he listened carefully to all of you, and so we should all be proud and honored to welcome Minister of State Gomez to the podium.
Thank you for those pretty good words. I should hire you as my PR man. I'm really grateful to have been invited here today and to attend and listen to you deliver your presentations, which seems to be the product of fairly intense study over the last few months. Places like the Island School are really critical to the development of island states such as the Bahamas. And we are pleased to assist the island school in any way that it is possible to do so, and to encourage others to come to the Bahamas and to participate in research and technology development, which is critical to how we shape policy in government and how the private sector operates as a result of policy changes, which in a real sense start with your diving into our waters and studying our ecosystems. So what you are doing is incredibly important to us, and we applaud what you've done and encourage you to do the best that you can possibly do. To Bahamians who are amongst you, and I notice at least two who were involved in the teams this morning. One is a member of my extended family, and I won't embarrass her by calling her name. And the other, I think she was in the second team that spoke this morning. You have a wonderful opportunity to rub shoulders with bright kids from all over the world at different stages of their academic development. I noticed that one person at least was in a PhD program, and there are others in postgraduate programs, and then others in undergraduate programs. So you have an opportunity to exchange ideas with people who ordinarily we wouldn't get to meet. And that is an opportunity which you should grasp. One of the good things about studying abroad is not so much the actual attendance of a university, but it's the relationships you develop with persons who study like disciplines to yours, and also others. And education is about essentially grasping what you can from others and also freely giving to them so that they benefit in a symbiotic type of way. I close by saying that it is ironic that we do know more about space than about the oceans. And for a country like the Bahamas, that is a very meaningful contrast, given that the vast majority of our geography is actually ocean bed. When we signed on to the Law of the Sea Convention, we extended our geographic location by 200 nautical miles going north. So it is literally a fact that the vast majority of the Bahamas is underwater. And yet, you are the only school that I know of which is dedicated to the study of our marine environment. That speaks volumes about your importance to us. It also speaks volumes of where we need to go and where we need to be if we are to tap into our own potential. And so I thank you for the work that you do, and I see that you do believe in the Bahamas. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.